Welcome everyone to the entire nation of Chile's favourite football podcast, the Onlyfanz Football Podcast. On today's episode we discussed terrible Americans on and off the pitch as he tore into Diaz, Norwich, and we were back with our quick-fire predictions. So wherever you're listening, we hope you enjoy the episode, and make sure to follow our Instagram, Twitter, whatever floats your boat. I'm not as good at this as Azzy. I'm going to leave now. Hit it, Stevie.
My spidey senses tell me this is gonna get fucking tasty, baby.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
There's a slice of cheese, Minigo G, it's topless.
I have a dream.
Arnie, cut!
Battler.
The fella in the green and white short.
The guys up in the joy have asked to be put back in their cells.
If you stop waffling, we might get some work done.
He has the go blood. He has the go blood.
Get out! Get out, Man United!
Origi!
Torres to give Chelsea a place in the Shane Long has done it!
Let me add a little bit of spice to that.
Is that your fucking spice?
My grandmother had wheels, she would have been a bike.
I think I'm a special one.
I'm the normal one.
I never knew Stoke were that good.
Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 12 of the Onlyfanz Football Podcast. I'm starting to lose fucking track of that now. It's going to be getting harder and
It's a
harder.
bit wild, isn't it, really, when you think about it? 12 episodes in.
We're even more than that with the specials.
Yeah, we are very special as well.
I always like to get that in.
Have to get in. Everyone's special.
But I hope everyone enjoyed the Mick McCarthy special.
Big
Last
shout out
week.
again to Jamie letting us play a song. Went down a treat, I have to say. A few people in college loved it. All the feedback I got was great, so we're going good.
Yeah.
Here we are now, episode 12. I'm gonna say the name of the crown, I hope you don't mind.
Go for it.
And we'll get on to it later why. But welcome everybody to the Brereton Diaz. What a fella. And what a podcast. So we'll dive right into it, will we?
Yeah.
How's your week, Cran?
Well, Adsy, I've been prepping. I'm prepping this week to go to Roma. It's a coming Rome.
It's just Rome.
It's coming Rome.
It's coming.
And that's the reason I'm going, really.
Just for Leonardo.
Well, my personal reason was I fell in love with Italy after the Euros. It had an emotional effect on me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I need to explore this emotional effect more by flying over to the country and drinking their wine and engaging with their food.
I thought you were going to say engaging with their women. I was like, yes, Cran. See?
I was going to get onto that, but you interrupted me. You know? But yeah, generally my week's been good.
I've had a friggin' grueler, baby. Shout out to Bootlegger. That's what he always says after he has one drink.
But yeah, it started off at Photostock in DCU. I went on the photo crawl, which is like a pub crawl, but you take loads of photos while you're
Actually
doing
sounds really interesting.
it.
Did
Sounds
you take
good.
pictures?
It's a lot of walking though.
Where is over the south side?
So basically, you start on O'Connell Street at the Spire. You take a picture at the Spire. Like the Spire is some sort of good building to take a picture of. It's fucking a spike in the middle of the earth. But
a spike of shite in the middle of Dublin. Go on, sorry.
But yeah, you start there, you go across the bridge. Essentially, the night finished up at Temple Bar, right?
Oh.
And we walked past this group of Americans. And they were watching football, man.
Soccer.
We were watching Qatar against Ireland.
But what did you think of the Ireland game, actually? Did you see it?
We'll talk about it quickly. Yeah, it's alright. Like.
It's good, wasn't it?
4-0.
I don't think you can read too much into it.
Yeah.
Against Qatar.
Good build-up play, though, to be fair.
Yeah, I think, well, which goal was it? The third goal that Robinson got? There was like 30 or 40 passes.
Yeah, man. It's looking good.
Promising signs.
I'd like to see it against the big ones. And
Ronaldo is absolutely going to punch the head off us next month.
Probably, yeah. We were listening to, I don't know if you were listening, but I was listening to Eamon Dunphy's podcast with me and Brady and John
Giles.
It was
like sticking on RT Evolved, yeah.
Oh, it was class, but
The Stand, isn't it?
The Stand with Eamon
Stand
Dunphy.
with Eamon Dunphy. Shout out Eamon.
This podcast is proudly sponsored by The Stand.
Like proudly sponsored by Eamon Dunphy at Italian 90. Throwing his pen. Zah, zah.
He's sponsored by Tesco. We're sponsored by his podcast. But yeah, and anyways, I'll just wrap up. I was in at 21st on Saturday.
Very nice.
And I got stabbed.
6
cans, sorry. I reached for the proclamation whiskey in my bag and I didn't remember anything after that. Apparently I was on the couch at 4:30 in the morning. My dad started slapping me in the face trying to wake me up. And all I was shouting was, Cabra! Cabra!
I'd say that was someone was putting you into a taxi and asking where to go. And you were just doing like Father Jack.
Yeah.
Being a fat head. Drink! Cabra! Drink!
Well, yeah, that was my week anyway. How was your week?
Oh man, it was like we're sat here at the moment, 7 o'clock Monday evening, the 18th of October, and I'm as tired as I think I've ever been in my life. I'm extremely tired. It's just been.
Do you want a hug, Andy?
No, I'm alright, thanks. It's just been a long week, so I've been flat out with college work and the likes of it, but I was out on Friday night and I feel like I'm kind of still recovering from it, to be honest with you.
Jesus, where were you?
I was in the usual, me mas.
Me mas.
And
was Lee the barber?
Lee the barber was there. I had a good chat with him. Shout out Lee. And yeah, we were just there for the night, like, and I woke up. You see, the bars are closed at 11:30, so there wasn't any abs or anything. So
yeah,
we came back here, a few of the lads, and we had a bite to eat or whatever. And we I just woke up at like 3 o'clock and my head was so sore. My head was incredible. Like, I was in pain. I was in so much pain that I thought I was going to cry. I had such a bad headache.
Oh no. And
then I went back to sleep. And when I woke up, I was grand. So I must have had a cry. I don't know. Oh. I must have had a cry at my head pain. Induced by a surge of Brereton. No, it wasn't that bad. It was really sore though. And I woke up and just watched the football. And yeah, I've just been busy week. But just something I want to touch on and get serious for a minute, because it brought me down. We were talking about it before we started recording, and I just think it's worth talking about. Football is all about, for me anyways, it's about escapism. Like, football is very tribal, you know. I love Liverpool, you love Chelsea. We're supposed to hate each other, all this shit, and the same with United and everything. But when it comes to real life and, like, you know, people being sick and stuff, like, it's sad, like, you know what I mean? And like, these two lads, first you have David Brooks at Bournemouth. He's only 24. Like, it's very sad. He was diagnosed with stage 2 Hodgkin lymphoma, which is like basically a cancer of like the system towards your heart, whatever. So it's very serious. Like, and then another lad, Dan Barden of Norwich today, he's only 20, diagnosed with testicular cancer. And I just wanted to say, like, I don't know, quick shout out to them, because it's a very tough, like, football's a very tough game, and life is very tough. Life is tough, you know what I mean? And I don't think we realise how lucky we are at times when these things don't happen to us. And
sure, those lads are literally like within 4 years of us.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's very, like, when I seen the two of them, like, I don't really want to give out my age, but I'm only 22 and you're only 21 the other week, and like, these lads are 20 and 24 and they're being diagnosed with cancer, and like, life is very tough for us. And one of the reasons why we do this, me personally, I don't know about you, is like, it is for an escape, and it is to give other people an escape as well from like the harshness of life or whatever. And, you know, just, I suppose, look after yourself as best you can, and yeah, best luck to them.
Get checked as well.
Well wishes to them, and best wishes to the family or whatever, because I know it's tough, and I know we've both had experience with these kind of things before with our own family and stuff, and you don't realise how serious it is until it happens to you. And yeah, God bless the two lads. I hope they're alright, and hopefully they get better. We'll try our best to move on anyways. And one of the things that helped me on Saturday morning was Liverpool and Watford. So that's a nice segue actually, isn't it? I'm gonna march on with that. So this was one of 3 games of football I watched the weekend, Cran. I'll be deadly serious with you. I spent most of my time doing work and watching football through Twitter. The Liverpool-Watford game on Saturday morning was such a strange game. It was so weird because, like, just to get down to the bones, the last time we played Watford in Vicarage Road was when Pearson got the job after, insert Watford manager 22 of whatever fucking season. He was sacked and Pearson came in, and they got that bang, new manager bounce. and they took it to us. They smashed us 3-0. We were on a 26 unbeaten game streak, which came to an end against Watford. So I was very worried about it. One, because the first early kickoff after international break is never good. Gandhi says never back the early kickoff. We had players out, Alisson, Fabinho, going to Vicarage Road, going to Claudio Ranieri, new manager bump. Like, it had all the hallmarks for us losing. It really did, you know what I mean? And we just came out and, by God, Watford played like a team with a YouTuber in goal and a left back who was more famous for being on Amazon Prime. And that's how the game played out. That's how it played out in the end. You're sitting here laughing. But Danny Rose should retire. Danny Rose was awful. He was really bad.
I just got the Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
It
was just really right over head. But yeah. But that's how it played out. And it played out against a team
Danny
like...
Rose was so bad.
He was, I swear to God, no.
He was good about 7 years ago.
No, I genuinely, I'll be serious with you, Can. I don't think I've seen a Premier League performance as bad as that. It was genuinely that bad. Like, Salah at the minute is on a different planet altogether. So that always helps. Firmino's coming into form. I think Firmino's hat-trick in yards added up to about like 17 yards, which is sensational. A bit of goal poaching from him. He's been really good this season, actually. I think he's averaging a goal in every competition at the minute. A goal every 70 minutes. Or goal and assist every 70 minutes.
What a tap-in merchant, eh?
Yeah, well, come here, look at it. He's been slandered a lot for not being able to do that. Yeah. So I will take a Firmino hat-trick from 3 yards out. What else? Salah's goal.
I find it hard to criticise goals like that. It's just fucking
unbelievable.
Out of this world good. Like something that was like something Messi would do.
Yeah, it genuinely was.
Yeah.
And these are levels that, you know, Mo himself. I think now is the best form of Mohamed Salah we're seeing.
Yeah,
it's like somehow Dragon Ball where they keep evolving and he just keeps getting better. And he's turned into from a 1 season wonder to a 5 season wonder. You know what I mean? He's just a wonder, huh?
Freezer.
Yeah. Danny Rose and Cathcart. What's going on there? And the finish is sublime. And I think the final nail in the coffin for Watford was when Neco Williams came on, beat Danny Rose and got an assist. Neco bleeding Williams, like, he has more assists than Jadon Sancho this season. How? He's Neco. All due respect to him, he's a good footballer.
He's Neco Williams,
but he's not great. Quick shout out for everyone else, I suppose. Milner was great again. Trent was sublime.
I see Liverpool are 1 behind Chelsea in the league. How do you think this United game's going to go at Old Trafford?
Oh, yeah. You see, I'm not looking... United's always a tricky fixture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Ollie, especially when he's losing so many games, he's
I'm
going to win this game now, sort of thing.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was back against the wall. He turns into like prime Fergie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He pulls results out of the bag. Like, remember that one against PSG away? That was unbelievable. And it'll be a tough game. It's always a tough game at Old Trafford. You'd have to fancy Liverpool because of how, you know, poor United have been, but you can't rule United out so easily.
Yeah.
If you're looking for a prediction, I'll give you a score draw on Sunday yourself.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go for a Liverpool win.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think United, it depends how they show up on the day,
yeah.
But I really do fancy Liverpool. I'm honest, I think Liverpool are in flying form.
Yeah.
I'll skim through City, Burnley. A 2-0 win for City. Bernardo and Kevin De Bruyne with goals. And Sean Dyche, he sets them up well. I think 2-0 is a good result for Burnley there.
Man, Burnley are like a scorned lover to Man City, you know that? Whenever they see them, they just give them a hug, a kiss and roll over. Like, they play so bad against City every time.
Yeah, but
I swear, man, I love Sean Dyche, I do. But whenever he comes up against City, you just know City are going to win. I never get the sense of Burnley might come out here. But even Southampton go to City and just barely lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, there's teams that will go against City and will, you know, try and play against them instead of doing what Burnley do and just letting them win. But yeah, good win for City. Anyways.
Norwich, Brighton.
That's it. That's all we have to say about that.
Yeah.
Honest to God, why are Norwich in the league? Delia in, Farke out.
Yeah.
And by the way, Farke coming out during the week, what he said about Gilmore or whatever, and I think he said something like, "We're not here to develop players
from other clubs."
It's like that's literally function in this position.
Yeah, you're shit.
Gilmore's coming to Norwich to play. Norwich are brutal. If Gilmore isn't playing, Gilmore goes. So I don't know. Just fuck off then the fuck with it.
So
by the way, sorry, last time Sargent missed an open goal for Norwich, and I think it was blocked off the line. But you know, like I think he got around the keeper and like passed the ball in, and I was just rolling into it. And I was like, "You have an open goal, smash it in! Like you can't miss from where you are." And it's blocked off the line, and typical
USA.
American.
USA.
Continue. Sorry, that Norwich really irritating.
For anyone who's listening, it looks very irritated here.
I hate Norwich so much. I don't think you realise they're such an irrelevant club. You know what I mean? I know that sounds awful. It sounds horrible, but they're a club that show no ambition when it comes to the league.
Yeah,
they come up and they don't do anything.
Because you see with Brentford, they actually have purpose in the league. You know,
like we'll talk about it when we talk about the Chelsea match. But Brentford could have easily gotten something out of that game on Saturday.
Yeah.
Norwich, if Norwich were to play Chelsea now, it'd be Chelsea 4-0. That'd be the scoreline, I swear.
And the funny part is Norwich won the championship last season.
Yeah.
So what's going on? Like,
they're just comfortable with being a yo-yo club, and look, if that's what they want to do, albeit fair enough, do what you want to do. But they're just such an irritating club. They just annoy me. Sorry, go on.
Southampton leads, a 1-0 win for Southampton. Played well. Crowd was behind them. They were at home, and Armando Broja gets the goal.
It's a great name, isn't it?
Chelsea loanee. He looked very promising in pre-season for Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him against Bournemouth. So I think he scored twice.
So promising that they loaned him out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, get him in ahead of Lukaku or Werner.
Timo.
Yeah.
No, good win for Southampton and Leeds are fall. Now Leeds actually are in a bad position now. I think they have like 6 or 7 first teamers out. The squad is about as bare as, I don't know, Bear Grylls, something stupid like that. I don't know. I'm tired, man. They're in a bad way at the minute, and they need Paddy Bamford up front, and anyways they need a Tory back.
The Oxford graduate.
No, I like Bamford now, to be fair. He could have given Mick McCarthy a dig out, but Leeds are in a bad way. I hope for them they turn it around, because they do like Bielsa.
They are sitting in 17th position, 6 points from 8.
That is not good.
8 games. 17.
Touch of the second season syndrome there, isn't it? But I do think they'll get out of it, to be honest. But
we'll move on to the 2 marquee games of the 3 o'clockers.
Oh yeah.
I think we'll start with Wolves against Villa. What a game of football.
What a bloody game of football.
And I don't even think...
I'm delighted for Aston Villa, first off. I'm delighted for them.
Yeah.
I'm glad for Wolves to get the 3-2 win. To come back like the way they did, it was like, I was watching that match of the day.
It was so fun.
And I hadn't seen the result. And I was looking at it, and when I went to 3-2, I couldn't believe it. I was throwing biscuits at the ground and all. That's how excited I was, drinking my tea, watching match of the day. That's how sad my life's become. Throwing digestives. Come on, Wolves! Throwing chocolate digestives on the ground.
Chrome flying up into your face.
But yeah, great result, great win. The goal at the end, it was deflected in, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
What a damn squib of a goal to win it.
It was so shit as well. Your man's body position was all over the place. He just went in. Yeah. It was Matt Target, I think. Matt
on target that time. He was Matt off target against United week. This week he's Matt on target.
But yeah,
I'm glad you laughed at that, because I think many people would be knocking it off at that stage when they hear the target jokes. Thank you. No, neither do I.
But yeah, really good goals by Villa, and then obviously you had 3 really scrappy goals.
Oh, it was the smashes and grabs I think I've ever seen in my life.
I was expecting screamer at the end to win it, but no, just shit deflected. Yeah. And the fact he runs over to the crowd, does a barrel roll, and starts celebrating.
I think Conor Cody scored a scrambled tap in. I'd go mad at myself, but he looks so enthused by it. I'd say he was saying to himself, "That's a shy goal." But a goal's a goal, and I think that's a derby as well, isn't it? The West Midlands derby or something stupid like that. But, yeah, I couldn't believe it now when I seen the match of the day.
Yeah,
it was the highlight match of the day for me, which says a lot after saying Mohamed Salah's goal.
It was a good game. United Leicester.
Oh Oh, what a game. Again.
I watched the second half. It was something else.
I was recovering on Saturday, to put it politely. And I was looking at United and Leicester, and in the first half, I think it was Greenwood scored an absolute screamer.
Yeah, it was something else.
And then Yuri Tielemans scored a little. Gerrard, did you ever see Gerrard's goal against Marseille in Champions League? Yeah. A Gerrard-esque goal.
That's a shout for goal of the week.
By Tielemans, yeah, it was a cracking goal.
Lovely chip. So was Greenwood's, to be fair.
I think most of the goals in this game are quite good, apart from the two tap-ins. Vardy's goal was unbelievable. Tielemans equalises, and it must have been 1-1 at half time then, was it? Yeah. It must have been, yeah, it was. And then second half, Sionchu scores. And then United, I think they brought on Rashford and McTominay. And Lindelof's ball to Rashford, it was a great pass. Yeah. And it was a good run by Rashford as well, to be fair. There's 5 at the back there, and he gets past every single one of them to put it in. It was a great finish. And then
up the other
end. I couldn't believe it. I was looking at it on Premier Sports. Gary Breen was on commentary, and hopefully that's the last time I have to listen to him.
You won't. You'll have to listen to him again.
Yeah. He was on commentary for that. They kept showing the replay of Rashford's goal, and you could hear the crowd going, go on. And then it just cuts to it, and it's literally Perez passing it, straight away past the Vardy. And it's just well, bam, in it went. It was a great finish now.
I think it was up there again for goal of the week. What a fucking goal.
Great finish. But the highlight of the goal for me was Wan-Bissaka clearing Castagna over. It was prime Wan-Bissaka, you know what I mean? He just clatters him. Vinnie Jones said before, he was like, the ball will either get past me or you will either get past me, but both of you won't. I'd say Wan-Bissaka was channeling his inner Vinnie Jones and just clattered him. And yeah, Castagna was taken out. A great finish by Vardy. And then Daka's goal as well.
I want to talk about Daka.
Yeah, go for it.
My man.
Your man.
My little wild card at the start of the season.
My girl.
I thought he was absolutely terrific when he came on. And he made the instant impact. He had a good few chances to score now.
Very dangerous.
And he got his goal at the end. 4-2. A debut goal. I'm not going to say a debut goal, but first goal for Leicester for Patson Daka.
Yeah, delighted for him.
Yeah.
And Maguire's £80 million worth of defending. All on show. No, really poor for Maguire. But I felt bad for him.
Having to play.
The whole game, he wasn't fit.
Yeah.
He wasn't fit at all, and you could tell by him. He lacked sharpness, he lacked fitness, and yeah, he found it tough, but okay, it is what it is.
And what do you think about Ollie's situation? How many games do you think he gets if he doesn't win?
I think give him a lifetime contract, to be honest with you. No, I think he could be in trouble now. The thing with him is, United with past managers have acted quickly and gone, right, you get out, and it's not worked for them.
Yeah.
And at least with Ollie, and even the people who hate Ollie the most would even say that should even say that he's progressed the club, because he has. He spent lots of money and he's built teams up. I think he's unfortunate as well in the sense that the Liverpool and City teams of between 18 and 21 was the best teams ever. Some of the best teams ever in the Premier League. So there was no beating them. Chelsea now have come into after the Champions League, and obviously they're top at the minute. So he's coming up against very good teams as well.
Yeah. Very good managers.
I think Tuchel, Klopp and Guardiola are the 3 best in the world.
Yeah.
So he's unlucky in that sense, but he's underperforming with a good team. Yeah, I think United's best team is better than a lot of teams in Europe, and they just haven't put it on. And I personally, I've read a lot of things saying that they're willing to stick by him. So if that's the case, remains to be seen. But I think if he loses against Atalanta, and then he loses against us, I don't think they can keep him in. I don't think they can, in their right mind, go, you deserve to stay.
Yeah.
But I don't care. Give him a lifetime contract.
Will we move on to Brentford, Chelsea?
Yeah, the big one.
What a game of football, lads. I tell you what, I was sat having pre-drinks at my house with the lads watching Brentford, Chelsea. Terrible from Chelsea point of view, but Brentford were absolutely excellent. I think they finished up with an XG of 2, and Chelsea only had an XG of 0.5, so very lucky to get a result there. Very lucky to get a 1-0. Good results. I thought that Brentford were set up very well and they caused a lot of problems in the second half. They just kept overloading the Chelsea. It's almost like they were playing 8 up front and they were overloading the wings and it caused all sorts of problems. I have to say, Mendy was absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, very good.
It's one of the best goalkeeping performances I've seen in my life, to be honest with you. And I think he single-handedly got the 1-0. So I'm delighted. I'm delighted with that away win. And it keeps Chelsea
as you should be, by the way.
Top.
I've seen a lot of people give out about how pragmatic Chelsea are or whatever, but if it's winning the games, who cares?
Yeah.
You
and
know
against a good Brentford team in the community.
Like
ground.
We went there. Arsenal went there in the first day, and they conceded 3, was it?
Yeah.
We went there. We conceded 3. Like they have the ability to score against good teams. You know what I mean? So I think, defensively speaking, I'd be delighted if I was a Chelsea fan. If we're looking at the 0.5 XG, you're probably a bit disappointed with that. But when you're defending for most of the game,
I couldn't give a shit about XG.
Why would you care? Like, you know what I mean? I would be worried for Lukaku. He hasn't scored in 6 now, I think. And I think that has to change if Chelsea are to be a real... and I know that they sit top of the league, but I think if Chelsea are to really confirm themselves as challengers for this league, they have to get him to start scoring more frequently.
I'm very chuffed with Werner's. He's starting to excel a bit as well. So,
well, I have a problem with that because I think if Werner was out, Lukaku probably has better service with maybe Mount. If Pulisic and Mount were behind Lukaku, I think that would be very, very threatening, and I'd actually like to see it. But yeah, I think it's a great result for Chelsea, to be honest.
I think since the West Brom result, though, Tuchel tends not to play Mount, and all the international players that are overplayed in the international break.
Oh, okay.
Because that West Brom was an awful example of how fatigued to make the squad. Lost 5-3.
What happened in that game?
Whatever. West Ham against... We'll move on to the Sunday game. West Ham... Did
you ever hear the Sunday game remix?
No.
Will I play it real quick?
No, please.
I am playing it real quick. You don't have to put it in. I just actually genuinely want to show you.
They play this in me, man.
If they played this in me, man, I probably would leave. You ready? Wait for the beat to drop. Save this for the... You ready?
It genuinely sounds like an airplane taking off.
Oh, right, okay, sorry. Continue on. Oh, compose.
West Ham. West Ham against Everton. What do you think?
The big game of a Sunday. The Sunday games this week, right? Genuinely, Spurs, Newcastle, Everton, and West Ham had a very pre-season Barclays Asia Trophy feel to it, didn't it? Like, I've never looked. I remember I woke up on Sunday and I looked at the games. I was like, that is 2 games I'm not watching.
Yeah. I thought exactly the same. I was like, I can't wait to go home and watch some football now and work. And then I looked at the games and I started crying.
I was like, oh no, you can keep that. Same old story for Everton, wasn't it? And Jordan Pickford.
I did not watch the game.
So basically, he I don't know who it was that challenged him for West Ham. Probably Mikel Antonio. Jumped up and tried to get the ball off him. And Pickford had the ball in his hands, I think. Like he had it caught. But Antonio kind of clattered into him. He won a corner from it anyways. When I say the same old story, if Pickford had longer arms, he would have prevented the corner.
Yeah.
Essentially. And then they scored from the corner. And it was 1-0 to West Ham. The last game was madness, wasn't it?
Saudis. Newcastle home. First home game under the new ownership. 2-3 to the Spuds. The
Small
Spurs.
Forest. 2-3s. Oh, it's one of them, isn't it? It was a little mad game though, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was
I just remember Callum Wilson scoring in the second minute. Oh, Anton Decker in the crowd going mad with the new owners. And you're like, That's not going to last, lads.
And by the end of it, they look genuinely depressed. Like, they look so upset.
And they switched seats as well.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah, I think they done that because people were giving out the fact that it was when they scored, it was Deck and Ant.
Yeah.
So I'd say they got a feed. It was like, here, lads, switch seats because it's Deck and Ant at the minute. So we wanted to be Ant and Deck. It shows how good the game was that we're talking about Ant and Deck. Spurs were quite clinical, though, I thought.
Kane's back. Goal for Kane.
He's back. The 1 goal and the 1 assist. No, he played well, to be fair. Yeah. Him and Son always link up well. And I thought it was great when he scored the goal, actually. He went over to the crowd and they all started giving him the usual, like, middle finger and all, hey, because he's offside. And he just, like, cheekily grinned as to say, this is going to count, lads.
Oh.
And then it counted. So, and a quick shout out as well, by the way, to Reguilon and Dyer. Very quick on their feet, weren't they? For the poor man in the crowd.
Yeah. And
I think that fella in the crowd, what was it? He had a heart attack. I think he's stable now. Is that what they said on commentary? So hopefully he is. Jeez, scary thing to happen to anyone. No less at a football game. So fair play to the two lads, and a special shout out to Tanguy and Ndombele, were one of the best. Himself and John Joe Shelby were one of the best moments of the weekend. And Ndombele flicks the ball up, and it's as if he pretends he got kicked in the foot and just like hops on his left leg, gets the ball back, does a bit of skill, gets out of a hole, and then John Joe Shelby just smashes him. It was absolutely glorious.
You sent him back to France with that kick, back to Lyon.
It was genuinely sensational. So shout out to Tanguy and Ndombele. He was, just for that moment alone, he was up for my God of the Week.
That was
the weekend.
That was. And we have obviously the Arsenal playing Palace tonight.
Don't care.
A game that might be good, but I won't be watching it. Adzi. We're moving on now.
God of the Week.
God of the Week.
There's only one, isn't there? The Egyptian King, Mohamed Salah. I think for that and his goal the week previous, just unbelievable. And he's my God of the Week. I have actually a quick stat here. Sorry, goals and assists since in the Premier League since 2017-18. Mohamed Salah 139, Harry Kane 116, Raheem Sterling 105. So it just shows how good Salah's been playing the past few seasons, and by God, I love the man.
I hear it every day anyway. My God of the Week, talk about bias, Edouard Mendy.
Wow.
I thought he was absolutely brilliant. I loved it.
Very good, Jack. Goal of the Week, Christ. Without wanting to be too biased, I'll give it to Vardy.
Yeah.
His goal against United.
It was class though.
No, it was a great goal.
Yeah. It
was a great pass by Perez, and Vardy for me.
I thought you were going to give it to Salah, so I'm going to give it to Salah. My goal of the week is Mohamed Salah.
Yeah.
I thought it was brilliant. And was it better than the City one?
Ooh.
I think it was less important, but I think it was better.
There's something about the City game just with the higher quality of players.
Yeah.
Like to see Bernardo Silva gone packing and then just to floor Diaz and Laporte. There's something about that's glorious.
Yeah.
But that goal was just as good, I have to say. Yeah.
And is he the best player in the world?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt.
Do you think?
Right now, yeah.
I think he is as well.
Without a doubt.
I find it hard because Haaland's injured, so I can't just say, oh, Haaland's the best.
Haaland. Yeah, I love Erling as well. He came back the weekend and scored. Water as well.
Sorry, Adzi, can you hear that behind us?
What's that, Cron?
It sounds like pedals.
This fella Ronaldo is a cod.
And our cod of the week this week is the cycling GK.
Ben Foster.
And it has to go to Ben Foster this week because Ben Foster in his cycling GK videos, which to be fair, I actually don't mind them, but he said in his fancy football, picking his team, he said you could give Salah the captain's armband because he's a penalty merchant and Liverpool get loads of penalties. And I think it's very funny coming for Ben Foster, who's conceded now, in counting since he's played, he's conceded 9 goals to Mohamed Salah in, I think, 6 games against Liverpool. So, that's why Ben Foster is our cod of the week this week. So this week's Hall of Fame. We haven't actually picked one this week. Because we're both wrecked. We said we'd just throw someone in it. So this week's Hall of Fame, we both agreed on inducting an honorary member of the Onlyfanz Hall of Fame goes to the namesake of this episode, Ben
Brereton Diaz.
Brereton Diaz. We have to say it in a Chilean accent. So the story of Ben Brereton Diaz is an absolutely wild one. So Ben was born in Stoke in England and not too familiar with the Spanish language. He hadn't known Spanish. The Blackburn Rovers forward became a cult hero with the Chilean national team and a reason for their World Cup resurgence. Let's just go back to the start. Brereton went through the English youth system, and in 2017 he was the top scorer in the Euro Under-19 Championships. His teammates, right? Guess whose teammates were on that day in that tournament?
I'd say it's someone like Nathan Redmond or Sterling or something like that.
Reece James and Mason Mount.
Why?
And I think Sancho's there as well, I think.
That's madness.
Cracking team. But he never broke into the national team. And by 2018, he was playing for Blackburn Rovers, where in 2020-21, he had a breakout season with 7 goals and 5 assists. A Blackburn Rovers season ticket holder, an assistant teacher, and a football manager researcher had discovered that Brereton had Chilean heritage. And through a social media campaign, the discovery had gone viral and made its way to Santiago, Chile. So Reinaldo Rueda, the Chilean head coach at the time, reached out to Brereton's Chilean mother, Andrea Diaz. The federation also got involved in conversations with Brereton's agents and the club. Chile wanted to nationalise the Englishman he can't speak Spanish. He literally can't. Eventually, Brereton accepted the national team's plays and switched allegiance to Chile. I think this is crazy. His first game was in the Copa America in June against Argentina and Lionel Messi. It's a good story. He scored the winner against Bolivia in the next game. He assisted Edu Vargas' goal in a 1-1 draw against Uruguay. An unbelievable moment. And heading into match day 9 in the World Cup qualifiers, Chile felt they'd found their goal scorer. So while Chile's sitting at a worrisome 8th spot of 10, Brereton would have been a quality addition at a very crucial moment. Yet England's red list and the championships ban and South American travel, Brereton was unable to make the trip in September, in which Chile only got 1 point out of 9 points in 3 games. So they're a bit fucked without him. So Chilean fans were excited for the return of Big Ben. I think that's hilarious. After a loss to Peru, Brereton scored in a win against Paraguay and Venezuela in front of his newfound compatriots, a new idol among fans. Chile now sit 6th in the group, still outside qualification zone, but only 3 points behind both 5th and 4th. At the beginning of the window, Chile saw Qatar 2022 at a distance, and now in large parts thanks to Ben Brereton Diaz, Chile can dream of going back to the World Cup. I sincerely hope they go back to the World Cup. I think it's a great story.
I want to see Ben Brereton in Qatar.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we should fly over.
I don't want to see many people in Qatar, but Ben Brereton is one I want to see there.
Should we fly over?
No.
And watch a Chile game? Ben Brereton.
Will we go to Chile and watch Ben Brereton? Do you know what? I might send him a DM tomorrow, will I?
I go on.
Yeah, I will. But yeah, Ben Brereton, an honorary member of the Onlyfanz Hall of Fame this week.
Moving on to Euro Treasure, Razzie.
Go for it.
There was a lot of trash this week.
Do you want to hit me with the trash first?
My first trash is Felipe, the Lazio player, jumping on Correa.
Okay.
I thought that was pure bad out.
I think this is an element of treasure though as well, to be fair.
It is an element of treasure.
I think it's a great story.
It depends where your morals lie though.
True.
And I really felt bad for him. Like getting jumped on after, like, imagine losing a game of FIFA or something and you want to smash the controller and someone starts rubbing it in your face. Oh, you lost.
It's a bit different.
But like, no one likes losing, no one likes getting scored against.
True.
And this fella he was taking.
He done it to Correa. He only done it because Correa left in the summer.
Yeah.
So there's a big element of shithousing here. And he cried when he got sent off. If you're not willing to do the time, don't do the crime.
Wait,
yeah.
So Felipe cried?
Yeah, Felipe cried when he got sent off.
You need to throw that picture on the Instagram.
Yeah, I will. I'll try and get the whole scrap on it.
Literally, like, grabbing him around the neck and everything. It's dangerous. Your Euro trash.
My Euro trash this week is Atletico and Real being given a week off in the games, the weekend, to prepare for the Champions League.
Oh.
Because of South American players. And it's something that a lot of managers talk about is player welfare. And there's, in fairness to La Liga, they're taking the players' welfare into consideration here. I suppose it's not really Euro trash, to be honest. I had nothing to put into and I said, fuck it, and let's go, we're going in. Because we're playing Let's Go tomorrow, Cran.
Oh, no.
And they will have more or less a fully fit team.
They're home.
Oh,
God.
It'll be a tough game.
Yeah.
Suarez, Griezmann, Rodrigo De Paul.
I think it'll be grand.
Thanks, Cran.
You'll get a draw.
Yeah, I think a score draw could be on the cards.
My Euro treasure this week, Adzi, similar to the Wolves and Villa game. 2-0 to Hellas Verona. And then it all turns round. And when I say turns round, I mean Olivier Giroud on the score sheet.
Did he score, yeah?
Big Giroud. Got the equaliser. Made it 2-2. And then an own goal in the 90th minute. Made it 3-2.
We love Giroud on this podcast, don't we, really?
Yeah. W for AC Milan, unbeaten in Serie A. We move. Your Euro treasure.
My Euro treasure this week comes from Ajax. They've clamped down on ticket towers. So they found out people who have season ticket holders who have touted their tickets and given them away to be sold for profit. And they've banned them from the stadium. They've frozen their season tickets. And yeah, basically they're not allowed into the games, which I think is a great thing. I think ticket touting is allowed to me arse, really. The towers are getting clamped down on. So big up to Ajax. I don't think there's a lot of clubs that'll do it.
Anyways, that's our Euro treasure wrapped up. We'll move very quickly onwards to this week's Champions League quickfire predictions.
Get it out!
So, Adzi, Group A, Club Brugge, Man City, go.
City.
5:45 kickoff.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, City will win that.
City will win, yeah. Paris, Leipzig.
Paris. Easy.
Paris.
Hopefully Messi turns up.
Strange. Paris are strange though. They're not really doing bits, are they?
No, not really.
Group B, Atletico against Liverpool. Atletico.
Score draw. Ooh, he's only gone in Danny.
I stabbed you in the back.
That's alright, I don't really care.
I think they'll be fresh enough, maybe.
I think could be a difference, alright.
Porto, AC Milan. I'm gonna go
Olivier Giroud.
Yeah,
that's why I'm going.
AC Milan, defo. That game was full class, by the way.
Shout out to Porto's keeper in the last Champions League game, by the way.
Yeah,
absolute head case. My type of goalie. The next game.
Group C, Besiktas against Sporting. Funny thing about Besiktas is I put a bet on them to win their last game and they just got fucking battered by Dortmund. So yeah, I'm not going with Besiktas again. I'm going to go Sporting.
I'll go Besiktas.
Fair.
Change it up.
Yeah. Ajax against Dortmund.
Ajax. You're going to go Dortmund.
I'm going to score draw.
Sebastian Haller. Yeah, I just hope Haller scores a few goals. I put a bet on Ajax to win the Champions League the other day.
Oh no.
40-1. I put a $5 on it, so I'll get 200 back.
See you later, $5.
Yeah, no, I'm just never going to get that $5 back, am
I? But yeah, I'm going to go score draw on that one.
Yeah, should be a good game, actually.
See you in November, Haller and Amsterdam.
Yeah, please God.
Group D, Inter Sheriff. Going to be a good game.
I'll go with Inter.
I'm going to go.
I think the fairy tale's going to end.
Yeah, I'll go with Inter. Yeah. Shakhtar against Madrid.
Shakhtar.
By the way, Madrid only have 3 points so far.
Yeah, I'll go with Shakhtar for the lols.
I'm going to go around Madrid.
Go for it.
Wednesday night football. Barca against Dinamo.
I'm going to go with Barca.
Barca.
I think Barca could be, I'm not going to say turning a corner, but I was looking at their team last night and they have that young fella Gavi that played in Spain in the Nations League. Like
is he Xavi's brother, is he? Gavi.
He's his cousin. They have him, they have De Jong, they have Pedri, Ansu Fati's come back in, Depay, Aguero's fit, Coutinho scored last night, Dest is a baller. Like, I think Barcelona could be turning a corner without us knowing, but probably not because I know absolutely zero. But yeah, I'll go Barcelona.
I fancy them at home. I'll go Barca as well.
Yeah.
Benfica, Bayern. Benfica win their last game at home to Barca.
Yeah, Bayern will win that.
Bayern, yeah. They're too good. Lewandowski's too good. United, Atalanta.
3-2-1 Atalanta.
I'm going to say a score draw.
Could be.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Young boys against Villarreal.
Villarreal. Surely. Alberto Moreno's Yellow Submarines are going to win.
You're not going to believe me. I'm going to go 2-score draws in those games.
Jesus. That's like Himalaya Buster if I've ever seen it.
Not even a draw, just a draw. Group G.
Not even a draw, just a draw.
Group G, the worst group alive.
Oh, Christ.
SC Salzburg, Wolfsburg. 3-2-1, Wolfsburg.
I don't care. I'll take it. I'll take a loss on that one. Salzburg, I don't care. That sounds awful. Is that Wednesday or Tuesday?
Wednesday.
Is that the night Bake Off is on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll watch Bake Off that night too.
Lille, Sevilla.
Lille.
You fancy Lille, yeah?
Yeah.
They have your man.
A little bit of Monica.
He plays for Canada. Canada are doing really well, but
looks
John,
like John David. Yeah, he's very good.
Looks like they're gonna actually qualify.
Yeah, it does. They're in a good position. I think David is a good player as well.
Canada in a fucking World Cup, first time in.
I'd love it.
Group H, Chelsea, Malmo. Chelsea.
Oh, Christ,
Chelsea at home. Zenit against Juventus, the last one. I'm gonna go for a 3-2-1.
Zenit for the lols.
Draw. Anyways, Adzi.
Pleasure as always.
Very tired, man.
I am so tired.
Hello, Andrew. I'm gonna.
Good night, guys.
But yeah, thanks everyone very much for listening to episode 12 of the podcast.
Ben Brereton Diaz.
And yeah, thanks very much for support. Thank you all for listening.
Be sure to subscribe on YouTube
and download
Spotify, and follow on Twitter and Instagram, the usual jazz. We're getting more support as the week goes on. We really do appreciate it. But yeah, we'll leave it there. So.